Hey guys, welcome to Black United. Welcome to another video. And today is gonna be I'll be talking about that injury from Ousmane Dembele, about how he's gonna be out for 9 to 10 weeks, about 2.5 months. He's gonna be coming back in February, in mid-February. He's gonna be missing that Supercopa de España, El Clasico. You know, he's probably just gonna make it to the Champions League round of 16, whoever we have to face. And also I want to talk about how I think Barcelona should set up without Dembele, and what is the best formation for us to try out in order if we are to try to challenge the best way possible that we can. And first, start by saying that Ousmane Dembele's injury, it's unfortunate for him, but at the same time it gives us the opportunity, and I think that it's an opportunity that we have to take. And it sounds bad that I'm saying this. I am a very supporter of Ousmane Dembele, but seeing how this is working at the moment, I think that we could do the best way possible without Dembele. And I'm not saying because Dembele is not able to play for Barcelona, or he's not Barcelona level or anything, but more than I know Valverde is just not capable of getting the best out of Dembele. And at least this would give us months to try to have Dembele fresh from criticism, because what Sport are doing, it's very, very disgraceful in my opinion. Sport, you know, the Catalan newspaper article or media outlet from Barcelona, has been constantly saying again and again, waiting for Dembele. It's really bad. Dembele still not that good. Like, you know, those it's making you feel that kind of thing. And I think as a Barcelona newspaper article, that's not something they should be doing. It should be support. Yes, criticism where criticism is due, but support. And it's very, there's just be a media like campaign outlet against Ousmane Dembele since he got here. The same thing with Andre Gomez, Luis Enrique, Mathieu. Things that are not deserved. Even if the players were not Barcelona quality, you shouldn't be getting like media outrage from your own supposedly newspaper articles. But regarding that, Dembele is going to be out. We know that it's not because he's not professional, because even the club know that it's not because he's not being professional. It's just very bad luck. They don't know what's going with him. We know that Dembele's been on a better standing this season because his agent Sissoko has been staying with him, has been on top of him, so to like make sure that he's as professional as possible. But we know that's not it. It's not that, because so one is gonna come up and say, oh, but he's probably spending too much time playing Fortnite and things like that. Well, he was doing those kind of things at Rennes and Dortmund, and that didn't seem to get him injured, does it? But Valverde himself said that, you know, he knows about that Dembele has injuries. He doesn't know what's going on, but he doesn't pay much attention to it. I'm pretty sure those were his exact words. He doesn't pay attention to it as much, which is very worrying, because Dembele, at the end of the day, it's a resource that we have, and we have one of the fastest players in the world, and that you're not able to combine that to your team and use it as best as possible is very sad. It's very sad. I hope that this is our months that we can adapt without Dembele, and I think this is a moment to try something out new. I know that Valverde is gonna have it tough to use this setup, but hey, to convince the board, tell them, hey, I don't have to play for a 4-3-3. I'm lacking my wingers pretty much, unless you want me to start Ansu Fati and Carles Perez most of the games, which, by the way, I wouldn't be against it. But I know Valverde is not going to do that, and the board is not going to be that incited for him to do that. I hope Valverde goes and talks to the board and convinces them that, hey, let me go back to the 4-4-2. Because I think I said before that I think that Barcelona, in order to have the best chances to succeed, I wish that Barcelona, to succeed in the future, I wish that Barcelona fell this year in order to guarantee changes next season and be able to compete at the best level. But if we're not going to do that, if we are going to try to challenge at some point, then forget about the 4-3-3, because Valverde has never shown, Valverde at Barcelona has never shown to have a good incentive of how to use the 4-3-3. The 4-4-2, in the contrary, has been pretty decent. When we've used the 4-4-2 effectively, like on good effect, we've been able to compete at the best level. And to be honest, the only fluke on the 17-18 season, which was predominantly a 4-4-2 season, the only fluke that season was Roma, and Roma wasn't really Valverde's fault. That's the only like tragic game that we've had that I don't blame Valverde as much, because the players should have been way more motivated than that, and they just weren't at it for the whole game. And this is why I say that I think that this is the best chance to go. You remember that lineup from that 17-18 season with the midfield was Rakitic, Busquets, Iniesta. As a number 10, you had Paulinho helping in defense as well and transforming into a 4-4-2. And then you had Messi and Suarez up top. And I think that instead of Paulinho, we can have Griezmann, who is gonna work at the back. We know that Griezmann worked really hard. We can ask him to do that, and that he's also way more creative than Paulinho. He's also able to arrive from the midfield and get involved into the attack and contribute a lot. I think that that's gonna be very beneficial for us. That will be very helpful for our season, and that is definitely what I would go with. That helps Messi and Suarez to stay more centrally, who in cohesion also helps them to be closer to goal, have to run a lot less, being able to press in that sense, and it gives more protagonism to the fullbacks, which is something that I think that we're missing. I think Jordi Alba, I don't think Alba's been as good at the start of this season so far, but I think that if we give him more protagonism, he's probably gonna improve. Same thing with Semedo or Sergio Roberto, whoever you choose to use as fullback position. Give them more protagonism in that fullback areas. I think is going to help them quite a bit. In the center back positions, Lenglet to be undisputedly the center back for us this season, and then between Piqué and Titi fighting for that position, that's going to make our defense work more comfortable, because when we're sitting with two lines of four, it's hard for them to go ahead and score goals in us. And if we remember that season, I believe during the first 10 to 15 games of the season, not only we were undefeated, but we were not conceding as much. Like, we were conceding many chances against us, and we were dominating games. Not dominating games in the way that Barcelona should dominate games, but we were dominating games, by creating more chances than the rival and conceding less. And although we don't do it with the possession that I think we should have it with the 4-3-3, with pressing up high in the pitch, with just using the pitch as much, like spreading the pitch as much as possible, this is another way that we can do it for the time being, a short-term solution. And if you tell me that we're able to do this, that regardless of what trophy we win this season, we still get rid of Valverde and get rid of some players, then for sure you get rid of one of Rakitic and Arturo Vidal. You start playing Artur Mor. You promote Ricky Puig to the first team, and maybe also loan. Don't forget about Ansu Fati and Carles Perez. Maybe give an opportunity to Abel Ruiz. And there you go. That's for me. All you have to do for me to believe that we are able to win trophies. Because at this moment, I don't believe in this Barcelona team. I think in La Liga, this Real Madrid team is going to, if they put their foot into gear, we're going to have it really tough. If they fall down, then it could get worrying. That's why I think that we need to start. Like I said, if we are planning on winning anything, then we need to be our best level possible, because once the month of January comes around, it's going to be very difficult. Supercopa España, Copa del Rey. Then right after that, we're going to have the international break, and the Champions League is going to come back around. So we need to be able to get that distance from Real Madrid and Atletico very quickly if we're able to have maximum chances of succeeding. But again, if the players want to play at a mediocre level, then keep going at it. Keep telling Real Madrid that they can be strong, that this league is theirs. Keep telling your opponents in Champions League that, hey, come on, press us, because we don't face any threat to anyone, right? But anyways, videos are done. Leave me your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about Dembele's injury? What do you think is the best setup for us going forward? Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next one. Blaugranas.